Anybody ever suggested to you that you might have had a little bit better outcome because you were on the ice during the period of time your heart wasn't beating?
Just me. I believe that. I truly believe that the ice helped cool me down. I think that was a part that saved me. I think that obviously they started my heart back up. That kind of saved me. And I think I mean, it's just, you know, my wife being a PA and seeing people in not as bad of a shape as me die. You know, and why didn't I die? Why aren't I a vegetable? You know, it's just amazing.
But you have a couple of different mechanisms of potential injury. You have the skull fracture direct impact, and in all probability you injured the underside of your frontal lobes as well, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But you may also have some additional brain damage from when your heart wasn't beating. Mm-hmm. Has anybody discussed that with you or diagnosed that?
No. I think the heart stopped for a short enough time. I think they got it started quick enough.
Do you have any idea how long it was, or?
A minute, 2 minutes. You know, the accident was traumatic enough that the game stopped. The coach jumped on the ice, jumped on my chest quick enough. And the guy who started my heart up walked across the ice, ran across, you know, got on the detail or the chest compressions quick enough, and he was a medical assistant. He knew how to get me started, and amazingly, luckily he did.
Any idea why your heart stopped in the first place?
No, that's a question of the chicken or the egg that my wife keeps asking, and nobody can answer that.
Have you had any post-injury cardiac testing?
I finally had a full cardiac workup, I think a full one, where I rode a bike and they tested the heart and
Gallium stress test?
Yeah, stress test. So that we did just recently. The neurologist that I was seeing never suggested it, you know, but my wife kept asking questions, and when we went to the local support group, the brain injury support group of Florida, we got a ton of information and learned a ton of what to expect or what to look for. So we did go get a cardiac workup, and everything looks fine, I guess.
Any evidence of a heart attack, historic heart attack?
In me, no.
But the testing didn't show that you'd had a heart attack?
No.
Any cardiac history in your family that would indicate that you might have had a heart attack at 39?
Yes. My father and his 3 brothers all have heart issues. All have had 3 of the brothers that are still, my father and 2 of his brothers are still alive and have had heart operations, multiple issues, heart attacks and whatnot.
At what age?
In their 40s to in their 60s. My mother's side, so the left side of my heart, will beat forever. Her aunt just died last year at 103.
Are you in better physical shape than your father and his brothers were at that age?
Yeah.
Hockey, especially refereeing, it would seem, hours, games at a time would be a very aerobic activity.
Yes.
Were you in excellent physical shape when you got hurt?
No, I mean, I was heavy. I was
not as thin as you wanted to be.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm still trying to lose weight. And I lost 20 pounds in 2 weeks in the hospital.
What did you weigh when you got hurt?
I weighed about 240, and I got down to 220 in 2 weeks.
How tall are you?
6'1".
So, for an athletic person, you were maybe 20, 30 pounds overweight at the time you got hurt?
if I was 250, I was probably 50 pounds overweight.
But you would be, because you're athletic, you wouldn't fit into the same category as normal people in terms of weight. Would you, if you've been playing hockey, would you have carried 220 pounds comfortably, or would you have been thinner?
Probably, yeah. I mean, yeah.
You'd have been thinner, or you would have?
Yeah.
Bad question. I give you an alternative, and you answered it yes. You talked about you don't smell.
Correct.